Input can be defined as the language information or data the learner is exposed to and has access to. Ellis, 1985, describes it as the language that is addressed to the second language learner, either by a native speaker or by another second language learner. The notion of input should not be confused with that of intake. That refers to that part of the input which is really processed and assimilated by the learner. A central topic in second language acquisition has been the nature and role of this input. In fact, general second language acquisition theories study and analyze this question from different perspectives. First of all, behaviorism, for instance, stresses the importance of input. The whole process of second language acquisition can be easily controlled by presenting the second language in the right doses to the learner. The second language was then learned automatically by forming a series of habits. Chomsky believed that learners actually process the information they receive through the language acquisition device, which explains how children, when exposed to any human language, are able to learn it within only a few years following birth. Chomsky argued that all humans are born with the knowledge of what makes a human language. Included in this innate knowledge must be details of important characteristics of all the world's languages. The term universal grammar has been used to describe the knowledge contained in the language acquisition device. The process of language development is envisioned as one in which the child discovers which grammar rules contained within universal grammar apply to the language that the child is learning. While behaviorist theory tries to explain progress purely in terms of what is going on outside the learner, the nativists emphasize those factors internal to the learner. The third view, the interactionist, treats the acquisition of language as the result of the interaction between the learner's mental process and the linguistic environment. It tries to put the two previous models together. The learner's processing mechanisms both determined and are determined by the nature of input. The role of formal instruction in second language learning has been a highly controversial issue. There are three different positions to explain this. According to the non-interface position, formal instruction failed to influence the natural route of second language acquisition, as this was said to be reflection of acquisition. The interface position defends the notion that learned or explicit knowledge gets turned into acquired or implicit knowledge if there was enough practice. The term bilingual is falling out of favor, particularly when applied to language learning or scholastic contexts, since it describes a condition that is modified by several variables and which is rarely identical or fixed. The term second language acquisition seems to fall short when faced with the complexity and variety of multilingualism, as do the separate notions of acquisition and learning.